Americans are living in a tent city in Sacramento, California, also the home of Arnold Schwarzenegger, of course. We've seen something like this before, though. Hoovervilles were homeless shanty towns built during the Great Depression. Democrats blamed President Herbert Hoover, maybe the Republicans blamed him, no one could tell the difference back then either, for leading us into the Great Depression. We now ask our one and only Richmond McCoy, CEO of UrbanAmerica, Happy Hour regular, are we going to end up calling these modern-day tent cities the Obama, Geithner, Bush, Pelosi shanty towns?
No, I think they're going to stick with the name of Hooverville. They're already being renamed that, but it's really shocking the amount of cities that they're cropping up in places in Dallas, Santa Barbara, California, in Reno, different places around the country where people are just losing their homes, losing their place to live. Much of America has always been two pay periods away from being homeless. So we're seeing that realized now, and it's absolutely tragic. And a lot of public dollars are going to have to go in to support these little tent cities because of hygiene and crime and a lot of other things. So it's a major problem. And it's just a shocking manifestation of the real challenges in our economy.
Well, that's the question. How much money? I mean, we're talking, I think California was looking for somewhere along the $8 billion at one point. In Massachusetts, there's rumor that some other states are looking for money as well. This stimulus package allows for some of that. Are we going to need more? I mean, they're talking about stimulus too already.
Yeah,
right.
I'm afraid so. When this first started, I remember going down to Washington late last year and meeting with some lobbyists. I met with a gentleman who had been in position as a lobbyist for 4 different presidents, and he told us, Richmond, there'll be TARP 1, TARP 2, TARP 3, TARP 4. We've seen the movie before, so I think it will be more dollars. Some of the money that's been put out, I think, will start to stabilize some of these markets in terms of foreclosures, but that's really the source of the problem. So I think it is more checks being written.
Richmond, and that's really the biggest problem, right?
Yes,
I mean, everybody told me that if I would just vote for TARP and endorse all this corporate welfare, that people would stay in their homes. It would be good for the homeowner. We're seeing these shanty towns develop precisely because we're taxing those people and giving all the money to Wall Street. Explain this logic to me.
It's an unmitigated disaster. As your last guest spoke to, you know, there's a total credit run roughshod, and we're reaping the fruit of it. How deep is the problem? No one really knows. It just continues on, and we're really in the management.
Address that, though, because, Cody, I mean, a lot of these people who are in these homes are in these tents because they couldn't afford the home.
I know, but they told me if I would bail out the banks, I would help those people.
But the adjustable rate mortgages that were tied to another administration, even further back, could be blamed for a lot of the people who are now, you know, in these, they lost their job, they lost
who
their
risked
ability
hundreds of thousands of dollars of borrowed money being accountable for it.
You can't blame TARP 1 for this.
I do.
You can't.
Okay. I absolutely do.
You know,
do you?
Blame TARP 1 was ill thought out. It lacked integrity. They weren't telling the truth what they were going to do with it. Did what they supposedly did. Can't even tell you today where the money went. All that being said, we're still in an economic war, and the war has to be fought, and it has to be won. Blame. There's a lot of it to go around. I can't believe Greenspan said he had nothing to do with it. I mean, come on. Everybody had a lot to do with it. There's plenty to go around, so now it's a matter of being tactical to recover it. If they were smart, they would come up with a regional TARP program. There's 4 states that have caused the biggest problem.
What, you want more TARP programs?
Yes, but
Come
make it specific.
Are we not going to learn the lesson?
It's coming. It's coming. So make it specific on a geographic basis.
Don't let it come. How about we fight it and don't let it come?
Well, you'll have more tent cities in your backyard.
These people are losing their jobs, Cody.
And they're losing their jobs because we keep taxing the individual and give it to the corporation.
Hey, amen to that. Yeah. Amen to that. Stop taxing, drop corporate taxes.
Cody, there's a new program in New York City that's being floated. I think City Council is going to approve it. That will take the low-income housing subsidized tenants and turn them into homeowners in New York City.
More welfare for homeowners. Rebecca Diamond.